It's very bizarre.
It is. It's a lot to manage.
Yeah.
I do not want Kevin Feige's job.
But going forward, I mean, I'm all in on, a storyline of him. Maybe he meets Gwen Stacy now. Maybe he runs
Mhm.
into Felicia Felicia Hardy.
Yeah, Hardy.
Yeah. Um, and then maybe 2 movies in or 3 movies in, he ends up going to work at, whatever labs, and Mary Jane's there doing an internship. And it's like, oh, there she is, and they have this unspoken connection again, like the end of the movie. Like it's one where you got to play the old school pro wrestling route, where you got to let a
Yeah.
story develop, and you got to take some characters out of the mix to cause the heart to grow fond again when you bring them back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Take a vacation, do house shows.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, well,
Exactly.
we'll put you back in a year from now,
Yeah.
but you're still going to do promotional stuff, maybe back card stuff or off
hmm
television stuff. But we'll trust me, in a year from now, you'll appreciate what we do.
I was watching this podcast. Seth from What's Popping on YouTube. He does a
Hmm.
lot of toy collecting, but he's a big wrestling fan. He has different collectors on every week, and they were talking about wrestling, more specifically talking about the WCW era when Sting changed into like the white and black version of Sting, and how that was a 1 year run of Sting not wrestling, just randomly being in the
Yeah,
rafters, like, oh, who's that? What's going on? The lights cut out. Like a whole year they played that game. And then when Sting came out, it was like, holy shit. Like that's what they need to do here with Mary Jane, with Ned, with Spider-Man.
yeah.
Just nothing crazy happens for like 5 years. We don't see any of the old characters for like 5 years. Bring him back in.
I'm I remember that Sting stuff very fondly because I was a big WCW fan at the time,
Yeah.
and I felt like WWF had the WWE had the better story arcs, and WCW had better wrestling.
Mm.
But like the fights were choreographed better.
Yeah.
And I have very fond memories of Surfer Sting just like disappearing after Bash at the Beach, and then months later, the lights flicker,
Yeah.
NWO's around,
Yeah.
and he's in the rafters, or he just comes down with a baseball bat, whacks a couple of guys, and runs off. And it's like, what the hell was that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's I have very fond memories of that time.
Yeah. The golden age. And it was a
Big
very
DDP fan.
it yeah. Well, and I think that's why we have like certain characters that we gravitate towards, because DDP was
Mhm.
also kind of like that regular guy. Like, yeah, he
Yeah.
was tall and everything, but he had like his ribs taped up. He taped up his fingers. He just came out in like jeans one time to wrestle. Like he was just a regular dude who'd get jacked up in there. He didn't seem larger than life like,
Mhm.
Hogan, Macho, The Rock. He was just like regular guy who
Even
probably was sitting at the bar, took a drink, and was like, all right, I'm gonna jump in now. And then did that.
so to make a parallel between WWE and WCW, right? You got Stone Cold Steve Austin, right? And Stone
Mm,
Cold Steve Austin was the cussing, beer drinking, bar fighting kind of guy, but
hmm
he was still larger than life,
Yeah.
right? He was still superhero status.
Yeah.
Um, and so the beer drinking stuff, which was supposed to make him like a normal guy, he still had this
hmm
kind of like feel to him. And then Diamond Dallas Page is the guy he's driving a semi down the highway, and it's like, hey, Page, you on the air? It's like, yeah, what is it? It's like, can you make it to Memphis by Thursday? Yeah, yeah, show me going. You know, he's running down the aisle. It's like, we need you by 9:30. He's taking off his flannel shirt and throwing his trucker hat aside, and
yeah.
all right, I'm here. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Taping up his hands on the drive there.
Yeah.
It's two similar characters, two completely different feels, and it makes Diamond Dallas Page more likable.
I like how you just turned Diamond Dallas Page into I can't think of the character's name, but Sylvester Stallone from Over the Top. You're like,
Oh
dude,
yeah,
I know you're. You're like, I know you're on your way to do this run, and you want to get your son, but we got this tournament going on, man. You got to get to the tournament.
a couple of big mooks breaking arms for fucking gas money. I love it.
Yeah. And like, it was like the most badass thing. Like, he's just sitting in his truck, like just driving, and then just like he has the mini like weight rack thing that he's just doing this motion the entire time.
doing reps as he's going down the highway.
Yeah. And you're not gonna get over the top until you turn that hat right around.
Oh, because you got it's time to go to work. Them and bomb techs in movies.
Yeah.
Whenever you see a bomb tech, you're getting ready to sit down. The hat goes backwards.
Yeah.
The glasses go on. They start cutting.
I like how we found a way to take Spider-Man into the world of wrestling, and yet it all makes sense.